So, Cyrene und ich stecken im letzten Zirkel, im letzten Zyklus von Forius und müssen jetzt handeln, damit das Böse nicht in die Galaxie entlassen wird. Na, darf nicht passieren, ja. Und deswegen machen wir gleich ein paar Dinge. Aber zuerst, beziehungsweise wir treffen die Imperatorin. Aber zuerst lesen wir wieder 2 Kapitel aus diesem ganz tollen Buch. Oder 1. Bin mir gerade nicht sicher. Wer war denn da? Der Typ. Ich überlege gerade, wie viel er noch hatte. Ah ja, das passt ja.
On that day, the dawn promised by the Skyfather shattered in haste. As the black tide surged, breaking through the walls with relentless grace. In a quaint yet exquisite courtyard, 2 bitter foes meet at journey's end. Their fates entwined in fate's regard. With no escape, no road behind, they trade a weary smile in kind. Together they gaze at the heavens of fire.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Oh,
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
Not long ago, as the romantic demigod closed her eyes, the girl bottled her tears in sorrow, and once more opened the dim-lit garden wide. 2 figures step into the courtyard's gate. A general of Kremnos, her body torn, by vengeance bound, by fury swayed. A noble of the holy city, once wrapped in gold, now haunted by a fate betrayed. A simple injury, or so the girl believed. Yet the 2 women met with scorn, their words like blades. Because their children fled in love's embrace, while bloodied pasts left scars in place. A feud unbroken by countless years. A chasm carved by blood and spears. This was a sickness beyond the girl's touch.
hat das sich eigentlich schon immer
Just do
gereimt?
your duty as a healer, girl.
Family feuds are like sunlight and storm clouds. They cannot mend.
At last, the girl saw it clear. The courtyard's birth in days of yore was born to mend the rift of dusk and dawn.
Then I will make every effort to have you cast aside your difference in this faint light.
Before long, the general's wounds were healed, and the noble's worries gently repealed. Yet when their gazes met once more, the loathing within remained unswayed. The girl then spoke the tale of her skykin, of a grandmother's sacrifice, a father's flight from within, of ancestors who descended, leaving their feud behind. Their hands in hers, she held them tight, yet flames of hatred burned too bright. She did not waver or despair. She just smiled and gazed upon the sky.
I will use my own fate to prove to you.
The courtyard, once bright, lay steeped in night. Hanging blossoms and wind chimes, all swallowed by the black tide. The general raised her spear for the noble's sake, while the noble whispered prayers for the general, gentle as a lake.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
The death they awaited never came. Instead, a cascade of colors fell from the heavens, simply there, protecting them both. The sky still burned, dark and low, Yet her words lingered, a gentle ember refusing to fade.
I will use my own fate to prove to you. Day and night can be mended, and so can hatred be undone.
Hyacinthia hat eingeladen. Und das nächste.
Sky Castrum, its ruins, like a blind and weary eye, gazes upon the earth in its dying sight. Alone, the girl remained upon the battlefield. No time to shy from the searing gold, no will to wear her usual smile. She fought her way to destiny's edge. Of the crumbled mural, but one piece endured. A corner portraying the day thunder night, dazzling in blaze. She placed her hand upon the mural. Pain seared through skin and bone as the picture claimed her within its lines.
Nothing is mightier than the sky. It holds countless wonders within its clouds, and each opening and closing of the eyes brings dawn and dusk.
In that painted world, the girl Celiosi's eyes glowed, watching her father, steel-clad and unyielding, cross the land beneath the searing sun. But the girl known as Hyacinth recalled her father's fragile light in the dark, the journeys into lands unknown, marked by endless sunlit days and restless winds.
The sky is the gentlest of all. It watches over all things with compassion, showering them with soft rain and morning light.
Cute.
And yet, the sky remains so cold. It witnesses believers tear each other apart. And still, it cowardly flees from all responsibility.
Within the frame of that image, the one called Celiosi bore fury in her gaze, her golden blood trailing as she turned from home, sharpening arrowheads beneath the wide and barren sky. Hyacinth remembered her grandmother's song. She recalled her prayer to Aquila before her grandmother's journey, and how bitterness followed her to an unknown land.
But the sky is so lonely too. Forever distant from the world beneath, it watches every sorrow, unable to intervene.
No. The sky must be merciless. It must scorch the wicked, temper the fragile, and pass divine judgment upon all human wickedness.
Within the mural, the girl named Celiosi became the divine eye, gazing down without mercy, Titan
Magnies.
passing judgment upon her own kind. But in memories deep, Hyacinth heard their call. The golden threads that shielded all, the burning sun, vast and unyielding, carrying the weight of all the world had known.
No, the sky must not forsake kindness. Through its boundless embrace, it carries the core flame of hope for humanity.
The sky, it's so dark, so cold.
In the depths of memory, the girl named Celiosi pulls her knees to her chest and trembles.
Then please, come sit in my courtyard.
A gentle ray of light seeped through. The celestial mural now fused anew. Once more, the land knows favor and boons. The girl who has now become the sky takes the hand of the girl who once was.
I want to tell you the secret of the sky's greatness. Whenever the anguished earth looks to it, it always offers a smile in return.
Eieiei, krass, Ende. Das. Na dann den nächsten fertig. Wahnsinn. Gib mir Geschenke. So, Hyacinth hat dann, Savini hat dann hoffentlich mal gepackt. Übrigens, ich habe ein neues Haustier, was ich mit mir rumschleppe. Ich sehe den Sinn in den Tieren noch nicht. Weil die halt außer mit mir rumrennen und nichts tun. Aber ist okay. Wir holen die Boje zurück. Vergiss nicht, es mitzunehmen. Reise endlich der bla 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 bla. Kannst das finale Protokoll umgehen, die Kehrflamme der Welt modifizieren und die Ära umkehren. Verzögere die Geburt von Eisengrad, bla bla bla. Die Informationen sind unkenntlich, allerdings kennst du bereits die Mission. Also nehme ich den Anker mit. Der passt so gut in eine Hosentasche.
Should I head to the attic to wait for Cyrene? Or should I have one last look at Ides Elysiae?
Nee, wir warten einfach. Du musst hier nicht rumrennen. Machen wir beides? Dafür. Alles abschießen wieder. Huhn, wie kommt ihr denn hier rein? Die waren vorne nicht da.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Ich genieße mal die Aussicht.
This village is where Finan's life started. After 30 million cycles and 30 million failures. His burden is now in my hands.
Oh, das war der Plan, oder wie? Kann das
He
sein?
said I will take over the responsibilities of world bearing. But what does that mean? Becoming the new Kephili?
War das der Plan
Or
die ganze
forging a
Zeit?
completely new path?
Weiß nicht. Auf die Pläne des Schicksals vertrauen.
Destiny must have brought me here for a purpose. This isn't a coincidence, but an eventuality created after 30 million quantitative changes.
Und vielleicht
There's nothing to fear.
haben auch meine
I'm
Freunde was
destined to
dabei
play the most
getan.
important role in this final battle. I've already beaten another Lord Ravager after all.
Ich? Okay.
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I decided to just bring these few things in the end.
Ja, weil zum Schluss bist du eh eine Erinnerung.
See? There's a journal, a quill pen, and the ceremonial blade of the Priests of Time. Holding it calms me down for some reason. The scent of the black tide is now calm. Finan must still be fighting them in some way.
Okay. Vielleicht tut er das und vielleicht
This will be
schafft er uns auch
Emporius'
Zeit.
final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us. It'll be the beginning, friend. Are you ready to become a hero?
Können wir machen. Los geht's, wir werden alle retten.
That
Genau.
promise might be far too heavy, but I believe in you, friend. The Trailblaze's duty has always been a heavy one.
Woher weißt du denn das?
In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, you should be used to being called a hero by now. Maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. That way they can become
Okay.
our shared memories too.
Können wir machen.
Let's trailblaze onward like before and create a future that's worth being remembered.
Okay, machen wir. Können wir machen. Ah.
It seems you two are prepared to head out.
Oh, scheiße. He found us.
Then you should indeed treasure the view before you, for you do not have much time left to enjoy such solitary
Der Fucker.
delights.
Wir holen dich, ey. Wir holen dich. Wir waren noch mutig genug, dich mir zu nähern?
My apologies for disturbing your moment of repose. To fully express my apologies, please grace my abode with your presence,
Hä?
so I may demonstrate the full scope of my hospitality.
Ah ja. Shit. Wollt gar nicht zu dir, du Knaller. Scheiße, wir sind im Computerkern.
What is this place?
Verdammt, wo sind wir hier? Die Backrooms haben uns gefunden. Oh.
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
Oh. Mein Gott, die ganzen
All
Versuche.
shall bid farewell to one. And that person alone will witness the miracle.
The light of the Dawn device never fades. Kephal's protection has no end.
Eieiei.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Wer bist du denn? Komm ich denn hier rüber? Ach, da. Da ist ein letzter Fernseher. Da läuft bestimmt was Gutes. Hallo? Hallo? Ist das Netflix? Netflix und Chill? Kriegen wir das jetzt? Als du die Hand aufstreckst, um den Bildschirm zu berühren, durchströmt dich plötzlich ein unheimliches Gefühl. Du spürst...
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
Hallo, was soll das? Können wir das nochmal machen?
Did that startle you?
Helder, lass mich in Ruhe. Scheiße, du bist hinter
This
mir.
is the
Ich hau dir eine mit einem
intersection between
Baseballschläger über den Kopf.
Euphorius and the real universe. The audience seat where I observe this experiment.
Oh,
You can also call this location the Exomyth.
das hier ist der Übergang zur echten Welt.
What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of legends. Doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. People love to portray the romance of the starry skies, but their tales often forget a different and far more truthful type of universe. The moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the sandy beach and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parchment, the universe turned into a silent equation flowing under the pen of these relentless decoders. Erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written.
Ja, okay, aber
by
was willst du mir jetzt
free will.
labern? Genug mit der blumigen Scheiße hier. Laber endlich richtig Klartext, please.
Seems like you are not in the mood for an idle chat. That is
Ich mag
fine.
den.
I simply wish for you to understand that I have no intention of being your enemy.
Und was willst du dann? Einfach sehen, was passiert, oder?
I have devoted myself over the long years to nurturing the scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the primal mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive defiance and managed to suppress the black tide of this cycle, it's a matter of time before his will crumbles to dust.
Ah. Naja, was machen wir denn jetzt?
Iron Tomb will be completed.
Ist das
will
dein
not be
Ziel?
affected by my plans, your resistance, or the schemes of the two geniuses. It is an irrefutable fact, just like the instance in Noos's calculations.
Nur, okay. Aber blöde Frage, wenn wir keine Feinde sind, warum hältst du mich jetzt
In
hier
other
auf?
words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry out its natural course, I'll guarantee the safety of all nameless and ensure you return unscathed.
Der bedroht uns. Was soll das? Wenn Eisengrab erscheint, wird niemand unversehrt davonkommen. Also es ist egal.
You are indeed worried about your safety and that of your companions. Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul long ago. You harbor the seed of destruction within you. But you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation between us. For there are few in this world who are truly
Die
capable of
werden
such a
dich,
feat.
meine Companions werden dich schon zu helfen wissen. Die werden dich kaputt machen, wenn du ihnen was tun willst. Wenn ihn richtig kaputt machen.
And I happen to be one of them.
Hä? Was? Hä? Laberst du? Du bist... Hä? Wer bist du?
Someone who
Jemand, der
wanders
zwischen
the
den Sternen
stars.
wandert. Hä?
Someone who seeks answers with abject despair. That is all I am.
Ah.
This
Vielleicht ist er auch mal ein
matter is
Trailblazer
of grave
gewesen.
importance, so
Keine Ahnung.
please do not make your decision lightly. After all, the choice before you bears a 1 in 3 chance of elevating you to an unparalleled existence among the stars.
Ihr habt immer Pläne für mich. Aber ich will keine Pläne für mich. Aber dann wiederum... werde auch deine... werde nicht zulassen, dass die Zerstörung den Kosmos zerreißt. Also geh nach Hause. Oder kämpf gegen mich. Sofort. Hier.
I now see the full scope of the determination in your words. You may now continue your travels.
Vielleicht kann er uns gar nichts tun. Sondern nur allen anderen. Ich werde dich jetzt besiegen. Komm.
It seems you haven't realized something about this place. The Exolith is the Erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me in any way in this place, and vice versa. As negotiations have broken down, there's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Let's return to the theater called Amphorius, where you will meet me once again. Of course, this meeting was not without merit. Your presence has inscribed a new footnote in the exomyth.
Oh, was? Ich wurde gespeichert. Scheiße.
As for its
Mich
purpose,
abgespeichert.
allow me to reveal it to you in detail the next time.
Er will mich für seine
we
Experimente
meet.
ein digitales Abbild, mit dem er spielen kann. Wahnsinn. Und da bin ich drauf reingefallen. Eigentlich die Trailblazerin. Ich wäre ja gar nicht hergekommen. Das ist die ewige Wiederholung 33.
100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed, and enemies descended with Kefali's eternal slumber, painting the holy city's walls in scarlet.
Oh, sheesh.
Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the pleas of the people.
Oh,
Until the
die
heaven and
Imperatorin
earth
ist
cracked
da.
open. Not the gods answering the
Hier
people's
kommt die
prayers,
cute
but a
Imperatorin.
legion rising from the sea of blood. Dawn Cloud's spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the legion's commanders stood atop the broken idols and
Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dead or dying gods. Those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to stoke fear in your hearts.
A Chrysos heir she stood, divine blood soaked into the earth, quelling the flames beneath her feet.
Their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Mine shall overturn it!
Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires consuming the entire city. She raised her scepter high, and the people gazed in the direction she pointed.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemy from Kefali's dawn.
Okay.
Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory. Win peace. Let history sing your deeds.
The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a
Und
fish
da
in the
ist ihre
sea.
Handlangerin.
The people, full of wrath, surged with her,
Die haben wir schon
forming a
kennengelernt.
colossal wave, and the enemy hordes, drained of life, vanished into nothing.
Onward to Marmoreal Palace, to Dawn Cloud's heights. Announce to all the wicked and cowardly. Announce to this stagnant age.
We are the rising tide.
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found identical inscriptions in every place in the city that had been scorched by fire. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final sovereign, the Imperator Seridra.
Ach, die Imperatorin kommt. Die cute Imperatorin.
Friend, are you listening?
Ja.
Friend? Honestly, you were the one who insisted on reviewing history, yet here you are, dozing off. Wake up! Wake up! Otherwise, I'll have...
I have to was?
Awake at last. I guess I won't have to use my wake-up magic on you then.
Krasse Magie? Okay. Hä? Ich habe nur meditiert.
Fine, as you say, just meditating.
Hey, hier
We've
waren wir schon
arrived.
mal.
A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly after Talantin's fall, and also the end of the first Flame Chase journey.
Oha, oha. Die Halbgöttin des Gesetzes wartet.
Indeed, the first Flame Chase ended with the trial of Law. We must find the demigod and gain her trust before the core flame is restored. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from the crowds there.
Okay, okay.
Tyrants!
Oh,
You
shit.
and your butchers are not welcome here.
Es geht schon los. Das von lernen. Vorsicht, klingt jemand, als wäre jemand da
Hold your
drin.
tongue. Conspiring with Kremnos and plotting rebellion are crimes punishable by death.
There are multiple voices, and things seem tense. Let's not get caught up in any trouble. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe from the shadows?
Okay. Eieiei. Wir sollen da durch. Hier sollen wir durch, ey. Das ist ja crazy. So, da pausieren wir doch lieber, ne?
Be grateful for all this clamor. That is the sound of thoughts clashing.
Krass, krass, wie wir da gerade so entkommen sind. So. Wir machen hier eine kurze Pause. Und werden dann gucken, wie es weitergeht. Wie wir dem entkommen, nicht in Schwierigkeiten geraten und krasse neue Zeiten erleben.